And hello there! Let's keep your week rolling just right, the right mix of news and conversations. Now, whether you're catching us online, on TV, hop on, join the chat. I'm Paolo de Rosario.
Hello there, beautiful people. I'm Asis-Carilo. Here's your daily dose of deep dives and good vibes. Welcome to
Beautiful Day! And you know what? Yesterday, it felt like a relatively calm day from a news perspective.
Really?
Just a
Ang
relatively...
dami nangyari.
Madami nangyari, pero
Oo.
I wouldn't say na there was like earth-shattering pasabogs or speeches that we had to go through every single bit. There were a lot of statements though, and we're gonna go through most of them in our particular news day.
Yes.
But apart from that, it's nice to hear that we're not talking about a rally or a storm or any earth-shattering family revelations. So I mean,
we're
it's
still
one of those
talking
things.
about that earth-shattering family revelation that happened
sort of.
during the INC rally. People are still, talking
Discussing.
about that whole revelation and everything, but we'll have more of those.
Rather.
Yes,
or,
accusations, allegations. We'll talk about those things later for our headlines. But today, we promise a jam-packed show as always. Naglalaro ka ba ng Jackstones when you were a kid?
Actually, yes.
Do you actually know what Jackstones are?
Oh, wait. First of all, where do you think I grew up? Yes, of course.
Kasi konyo ka. Plus,
Yeah,
you're
and-
very young.
Wait lang. Okay. I'm going to go out here and defend lahat ng mga taga... Saan ba ako
Plus, you're very young, so...
No, like Chinese garter yung mga
Chinese garter.
girl classmates ko.
Yeah.
Naglangit lupa kami. Nag-ice water.
Patintero.
Jackstone, patintero. Yeah, we did all of that.
Okay.
We even had that thing once. No, this is the weird one. We had that thing where you chase a pig and that was greased up. They let one
Hindi
loose
ba
and
sa
pull.
fiesta yun?
Oo nga, nagpe-fiesta din sa amin
Okay.
dati. So, anyway, may ganun. Nangyari talaga yun. Okay.
From childhood games to fiesta, real
Oo.
quick, no? But
Oo.
anyway, the reason why I mentioned that is
Okay.
because we're gonna be guesting the cast of this new movie called Jackstone 5. There, ginabulol pa ako. Eric Quizon and Jim Pebanco will be joining us later for the Hangout to talk about this new dramedy, Jackstone 5. And I read like the synopsis of the movie and mga fans sila ng Jackson 5.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
akala ko mahilig sila mag-Jackstone at lima sila.
Pwede rin yun.
No, di ba?
Oo,
No, but
kasi-
apart from that, okay, it's, I watched the trailer. It's super interesting.
Yes.
Especially if you take a look at how it could go from camp comedy to very serious at the same time. Kaya we're excited to hear more about that. But of course, later on, we also have Love Hacks, which has honestly become our most viral segment in the past few days.
Crazy,
Coach
right?
V
Oh
coming
my
in.
goodness.
Apparently, Coach V, the V stands for viral. Itong si Coach V will be fielding a question right now from a live caller.
Wow, first time natin magka-live caller
Oo, well-
for Love Hacks. That's going to be very interesting.
We are now progressing in a way when it comes to this show in terms of
Okay.
Love Hacks. Kasi
Okay.
dati may insert tayo, may write-in question tayo from a member of our prod. I hope
Yeah.
na okay na yung puso nyo. And then, of course, afterwards, now we have a live caller. Susunod naman live guest.
Oh
Diba?
my
Live
goodness.
guest.
Meron naman tayong live
No,
guest.
live guest na hindi kaibigan or client ni Coach V. Like someone who would call and say, hey, can I guess?
Like a total
Yeah,
stranger
like a total
who just
stranger.
wants to guest on the
Yeah.
show. Yeah, we're open to that, guys. So if you want to guest or maybe call, we can give our
Yeah, we have
number
a caller
later.
nga later. We have a caller later.
Yeah,
Right?
kailangan
So,
natin i-publicize also the number kasi syempre doon sila tatawag.
we do naman. We
Right?
do naman
Yeah.
via Coach V's
So,
Coach
the
V's
hotline.
poster that we have at the end. Yeah, so we'll show it later.
You can send us your questions if you have questions for Coach V later or for our guests. We are live on Facebook and on
Yes.
YouTube, BNCPHL. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Comment sections are already open, so feel free to send us those messages as early as now. We can do shout-outs as well. So kahit nasa Arizona, USA kayo, go ahead and let us know and we will greet you. If it's your birthday, pwede rin, di ba?
It doesn't matter where you are. You could be in España, you can be in
España, Manila.
España, Manila, or España, Madrid. So you could be in Arizona or Arizona, Cubao, right? So any of those places, that's okay. Again, live all over social media. Leave your comments and all of that, and make sure you share. And we'll try to get to a few of them later on in the show. But first and foremost, we always take the show on the road to start things off.
Yes, we check the situation in major thoroughfares at this hour. First up, we are taking a look at EDSA White Plains. On the left side of your screens are vehicles heading to Shaw Boulevard. We're seeing moderate to heavy traffic already building up on that stretch. Opposite lane, right side of your screens are vehicles heading to Cubao. We're seeing light to moderate traffic on that lane. Now, here is what's happening along EDSA Quezon Avenue flyover, already looking very busy at this hour. Left side of your screens are vehicles heading to Quiapo, moderate to heavy traffic over there. Right side of your screens are vehicles heading to Quezon Memorial Circle, moderate traffic on that stretch. Now, heads up to motorists, the expanded vehicle number coding scheme is in full swing. It is a Thursday, so vehicles with license plates ending in 7 and 8 should be off the road right about now until 10 a.m. and again later from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. And what will the weather be like this Thursday? Let's find out from Paolo as he gives us today's forecast from Weather HQ. Take it away, Paolo.
Thank you so much, Anne. We take a look at the 4 weather systems that continue to influence conditions across the country. We start off first in the northernmost part of the country, where the northeast monsoon is bringing cooler winds to the northern and western sections of northern Luzon. There's also the shear line, which is also forming where warm and cold air meet. Now, this affects the eastern part of northern Luzon as well as central Luzon. Now, the intertropical convergence zone, or the ITZ, continues to affect portions of southern Mindanao right here at the bottom. But there is also the easterlies. The easterlies are pushing warm and moist air towards most of the country, particularly the Visayas, southern Luzon, and of course, the northern part of Mindanao. Now, we go first to the northern Luzon area, where the northeast monsoon will continue to bring cloudy skies with rains over Batanes and Ilocos Norte. Now, the shear line will keep Car, Cagayan, Isabela, Nueva Vizcaya, Quirino, and Aurora under cloudy skies with scattered rains and isolated thunderstorms. As you can see here, very similar weather conditions up in the northern part of the country. Basco with 26 degrees being the high, 23 degrees being the low, as well as Babuyan Islands having similar conditions there as well. Now, residents in these areas, especially in Apayao and Cagayan, where 50 to 100 millimeters of rain is expected today, should be alert for possible flash floods or landslides due to moderate to heavy rainfall. Now, the rest of Cagayan Valley, the rest of Car, and the rest of the Ilocos region will have partly cloudy to cloudy skies with isolated light rains from the northeast monsoon. Now, moving down to Quezon, the easterlies will continue to bring cloudy skies or scattered rains and thunderstorms throughout the day. Now, as you can see here, all of these areas are affected by a bit of rain from Infanta all the way down to Legazpi in the eastern part of the country, while here in Mindoro and Tagaytay, drier weather. Rest of Luzon, including Metro Manila, by the way, and most of the Visayas can expect partly cloudy to cloudy skies with isolated rain showers mostly in the afternoon or in the evening. Now, let's go to other parts of Luzon, Palawan in particular, as well as parts of Mindanao. Now, including the Davao region, Socsargen, Basilan, Sulu, and Tawi-Tawi, the ITCZ will continue to bring cloudy skies with scattered rain showers and thunderstorms. I'll move on board to the side so you can see Davao is also affected by this, 33 to 25 degrees over in Davao. Now, the rest of Mindanao will have partly cloudy to cloudy skies with isolated rain showers or thunderstorms. Now, as of our sea conditions, a gale warning remains up over the northern, eastern, and western seaboards of northern Luzon, so practically covering this whole area here. Now, the northeast monsoon is whipping up strong to gale force winds, resulting in rough to very rough sea conditions with possibly waves reaching 4.5 to 5.5 meters. For safety reasons, fisherfolk and operators of small boats are advised to stay ashore and avoid traveling by sea in these waters. Now, for the rest of the country, no gale warnings are in effect, and seas will range from light to moderate, generally safe for most marine activities in parts that are not northern Luzon. That is it for Weather HQ at the moment. And back to you.
Thank you so much, Pao. Now on to our top stories this morning. Former Executive Secretary Lucas Bersamin confirms he was removed from his position, contrary to Malacanang's announcement that he voluntarily resigned.
Hindi ko alam kung paano nagsimula yan na nag-resign ako. In-announce siguro yan. Pero wala akong resignation na pinail.
Opo.
Kasi sinabi niya lumabas, nabasa ko na lang, I resign out of delicadeza. Masarap pakinggan, yung out of delicadeza. Pero hindi naman totoo yan.
Bersamin says he bears no ill will towards President Ferdinand Marcos Jr., as when the president makes a decision, you don't ask for a reason. When asked why he was removed, Bersamin says he doesn't know.
Do not know. That's you ask them kung bakit nila without consulting me. The messaging should be clear. You ask them if they had a letter.
How did you feel about it?
Well, I felt bad somehow, but I am not going to waste time worrying about the nuance or the way they did it, because maybe they were also under instruction or given the impression na mayroon akong resignation. I cannot blame them for that.
Bersamin denies any involvement in the 100 billion peso budget insertion, saying with how long he's been a public official, why would he start being corrupt now? So medyo magulo ito, no? We were talking about this yesterday that USEC Claire Castro said that Lucas Bersamin, Adrian Bersamin, and Amena Pangandaman, they resigned because of delicadeza. That was our report yesterday. And now Lucas Bersamin is saying he did not resign. He was removed, and siya pa yung huling nakaalam kasi hindi siya nasabihan beforehand. And ang dami na nangyari within the past couple of days. According to Senator Ping Lacson in the Senate session Tuesday, all these courtesy resignations came after the president received a handwritten letter from former DPWH USEC Roberto Bernardo contradicting yung allegations made by Zaldico about the 100 billion peso budget insertion. And then since nadawit din yung pangalan niya dito sa allegations na ito, si USEC Trigiv Ulayvar of the Department of Education also tendered his resignation. And according to Ombudsman Remulla, charges of conspiracy to commit plunder are also being eyed against Pangandaman and Adrian Bersamin, even saying that the younger Bersamin had been on his radar for a long time already. So the investigation on these allegations have already started, and according to the Ombudsman, even PBBM will also be investigated. So diba, parang so many things have already happened, and I guess we just have to wait and see kung anong mangyayari.
Yeah,
but we can see this parang disconnect sa administration with them saying na they resigned out of delicadeza, and then Lucas Bersamin saying otherwise. It doesn't look good.
Actually,
in my opinion.
it doesn't look good for Bersamin, because at the end of the day, the result's the same. He's still taking out the position. In fact,
actually, mas maganda pa nga if you think about it, diba?
Personally, the delicadeza would have been better from a personal PR standpoint for Bersamin. But either way, the investigations will still happen. I think there's no denying that. The only change here is the fact that was it a courtesy resignation or was it a removal? And well, we're hearing now, at least from Bersamin himself, that it was a removal. But again, that doesn't absolve him from any potential investigation. So we're going to hear from that eventually once those investigations do happen. But moving on, religious and civil society groups call for the passing of the anti-political dynasty law. The Clergy for Good Governance said that during a press conference in EDSA Shrine yesterday that the end of political dynasties will also end corruption.
We are not here to fight any person. We are here because we love this country. We are here because the gospel compels us to speak when silence would mean consent.
Joined by other groups such as Tindig Pilipinas, Siklab, and the Akbayan and ML Party lists, they were also there to kick off the celebration for the 100th anniversary of Christ the Servant King on November 23 with a protest movement on the same day.
as we prepare for 100 years of Christ, the Servant King, on November 23rd, 2025, Cardinal Ambo David reminds us, si Kristo ang hari na naglilingkod, a king who serves, who uses power to heal and rebuild, not harm or abuse. Kailangan nating maging isang bayan na nagbabago, transformed by integrity and courage. Our call to us or to all who participated in corruption, ang tunay na pagsisisi ay may kasamang pagbabalik ng ninakaw. Return what you stole. Face the consequences. There is no healing without justice.
They also invited people to join the mass protest movement on November 30 to express their dismay at the continued corruption in the government. Just taking a look at this, it's an interesting take, according to the Clergy for Good Governments, that the end of political dynasties will also end corruption. I personally feel that it's more complicated than that, considering how systemic it really is as well when it comes to, there's also cronyism, there's also other factors that you have to take a look at when you focus on how, for example, looking at flood control projects, how the budget insertions were actually used to actually be there for corruption purposes, right? Or at least people were able to get money out of those processes. And at the same time, as much as political dynasties are given a lot of the hate, rightly so, for in so many ways, the system is also an issue, which is why one of the solutions that our legislators are trying to figure out with the whole flood control scandals, how to prevent this from happening from a methodology standpoint already, when it comes to step-by-step process, and when it comes to all of these projects that are being funded and implemented.
Corruption, really, marami. You're right, I agree. Marami siyang factors to consider if we really want to curb corruption in the government. And one of the things that we really need to focus on is talagang tong anti-political dynasty. Kasi nakikita natin it's happening right now, right before our very eyes. Families, 'di ba, running certain districts, certain municipalities, and the project is going to them.
Yeah.
'Di ba? Yung
Nagiging
anak,
family business.
nagiging family business siya. So we really have to focus on that. And if you remember yung news natin last week, the Akbayan Bloc, they have filed a bill already seeking to ban political dynasties, and it seeks to clarify, yung i-define ko ano ba talaga yung dynasty, political dynasty, and prohibit filial relationships among candidates and elected officials. So this really needs to be focused on, and sana, in our lifetime, makita nating maipasa yung ganitong klaseng bill. Now, speaking of the mass protest movement on November 30, the Isang Bayan political coalition clarifies that it is not calling for a regime change. On Bilyonaryo News Channel's On Point, Isang Bayan convener attorney Howard Calleja says changing the president and vice president will not do any good at this time, even as both officials are accused of corruption.
If you're saying that the president has an issue of corruption, the more does the vice president has an issue of corruption. We have to remember, Pinky, the vice president is impeached by the House. So klarong-klaro yung kanyang issue doon. Marami na tayong EDSA 1, EDSA 2, or whatever changes we had in government. If we will just change the individual or the politician without changing our system, without changing or transforming ourselves, nagbago lang tayo ng personality, pero nandyan pa rin yung corruption.
Calleja says they are making sure that those who will join the November 30 rally will call for accountability without demanding the removal of any official.
It would serve us best to hold accountable those who are charged or those who are found guilty. But let us not point fingers. If the president is there or anybody of his friends or relatives, sabi nga, bigyan natin ng kaukulang investigasyon.
The call for the November 30 rally is similar to yung nagdaan na INC 3-day, supposed 3-day rally na naging 2 days na lang.
Yep.
Transparency and accountability, that is what we are asking for, demanding from the government, not really a regime change.
Yes. Well, when we talk about the purposes of certain rallies, like there have been arguments, especially when you look back at the INC rally, that some of the speakers there, they were not expecting some of the content to be what it was of certain
Yes,
speeches.
that's true.
But again, it would not be a surprise if the platform was hijacked for one purpose or the other by certain individuals,
Yeah.
especially if they are of a political leaning or sort. So, I think hindi maiiwasan sometimes, especially because it's hard to gather that many people and have everyone have the exact same ideal method of how change should be.
Lalo na
happening.
sa November 30, because these are different
Yeah.
groups. Parang yung September 21. Ito kasing INC rally, they are INC members. So they're calling for, yun nga, ang layunin ng rally is really transparency and accountability. So sa November 30, all the organizers are saying we are not pro Marcos, we are not pro Duterte, we are just calling for accountability and transparency.
Here's something everyone will be interested in from that rally, because the public auction for the confiscated luxury cars of the so-called flood-controlled royalty, Sara and Curly Discaya, is set for later today.
Ooh.
7 cars are open to buyers, including a Rolls-Royce Cullinan 2023, Lincoln Navigator L 2021, a Bentley Bentayga, among other Mercedes-Benz and top-line Toyota cars. The Bureau of Customs said they will sell the cars to the highest bidders. They're expected to generate some 200 million from the auction. DPWH Secretary Vince Dizon is set to attend the auction at 10 a.m. today.
Oh, that would be, is that live streamed?
So here's the floor price, by the way. The Rolls-Royce is going to go for a floor price of 45 million pesos.
Wow.
The Bentley is going to go for a floor price of 17 million pesos. The Mercedes is going to go for 14 million. The other Mercedes going for 7 million. To be honest, I don't know the difference between the two. SUV yung isa. Okay, but still, there's a Toyota
So the
Sequoia
Rolls-Royce
at 7 million,
Cullinan
yeah.
is the one with the payong?
Yes, so included pa yung bayan doon, ha?
interesting.
So
Okay.
I want to know who wins, and I want to bring into the show whoever wins, the Rolls-Royce in particular.
Oh my gosh.
Just so we can talk about. So you spent at least 45 million on the
I don't think you'd
Discaya
want to be
Rolls-Royce.
exposed if you're the one who bought that.
I would love to talk to the person
Yes,
who would
but I don't
bid
think that
and
person
win.
would want to be on this
No,
network.
I just want to see it. I want to see who
Just go.
who
Pero
will
you
get
know,
it.
the good thing is, at least, mapupunta ulit sa gobyerno itong money na to.
Yes.
Yes.
So let's move on here, because another interesting news for those on a student budget.
Several Philippine universities showed improved performances in the QS World University Rankings. The University of the Philippines remains the top institution in the country, while Ateneo de Manila, De La Salle University, and the University of Santo Tomas improved their rankings. And making the list are Mindanao State University Iligan, Institute of Technology Mapua, the University of San Carlos, and Cebu Technological University. The QS Sustainability Ranking evaluates the real-world impact of universities to see if they follow global sustainability and development goals.
Now, moving on to even more education, the season may be over for Filipina tennis ace Alex Ayala, but she is already in the lab working on her game with one of the greatest to ever do it. The 22-time Grand Slam winner Rafael Nadal posted a video on Wednesday evening hitting the court with the young Filipina. It's been almost a year since the Spaniard called it a career after a Davis Cup run. Nadal says it was great to practice with Alex. The Rafa Nadal Academy, where Alex honed her craft in Spain, described the session as a unique day. That it was incredible to see Nadal back on the court sharing his passion and knowledge with Alex.
With our first cup of tea, actress Ellen Adarna reveals more receipts of alleged verbal aggression she endured with ex-partner Derek Ramsey. On her Instagram stories, Adarna posted parts of voice recordings dated 2021 where Ramsey was supposedly raising his voice and cursing. Previously, Ellen posted a video recording of a similar incident. This comes after Derek denied ever cursing his then wife in response to dating Coach V on Love Hacks, where she said she had seen this breakup coming. In a personal message to Coach V, Derek also clarified the two would always prank each other as husband and wife. Meanwhile, Ellen wrote on Instagram, and I quote, "Normal lang ang conflict, but cursing and shouting should never be a part of it." She added the reason why she's exposing it is because, and I quote, "Cheating, psychological abuse, disrespect toward women should never be tolerated." Oh my goodness, we have gone viral with that segment.
For more on this, tune in to Love Hacks later on in the show.
We are
with
going to
Coach
be
V.
talking about that and discussing that even more later for a segment. Now, for a second cup of tea, Miss Universe Philippines Atisa Manalo turned heads in the preliminary evening gown segment, wearing a stunning midnight blue gown designed by Pinoy fashion designer Mac Tumang. He described the dress as pintada, a gown born from the depths of the sea. Covered in shimmering sequins and crystal embellishments, the Philippine Queen delivered a gracious walk that highlighted her statuesque frame. She aims to secure the country's 5th Miss Universe crown on Coronation Night, Friday, November 21st. So good luck to our queen, Atisa Manalo. And hopefully, if she brings home the crown, she can guest on the show to talk about it.
You know what? It's now World Cup season for a lot of us here in the Philippines. So every time Miss Universe comes out. So we are excited for
Super
Atisa Manalo.
excited.
And hopefully the crown is coming home yet again. And I'm just really excited for that. But I'm also excited for our next guest. Because up next, veteran actors Eric Quizon and Jim Pebanco, two of the main cast members of the upcoming dramedy Jackstone 5, are here to bring the laughs after the break. Don't go away. Beautiful day. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Watching Beautiful Day. Now, we Pinoys just want some fun and laughs this holiday season. That's why 5 renowned comedians teamed up to bring to life the hilarious vibe of Jackstone 5. Now, hitting theaters this December 3, Jackstone 5 is a film about childhood queer barkadas and their undying love for the legendary pop group Jackson 5. And this morning, two of the main cast are here with us, veteran actors Eric Quizon and Jim Pebanco, right here on The Hangout. Jim, Eric, welcome to the show. Beautiful day. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having us. And good morning.
Good morning. It's so great to have you here. You're both a ray of sunshine coming in, and we really appreciate you. Let's start off first with, bakit nga ba Jackstone 5? There's so many interesting stories when it comes to Jackson 5, Michael Jackson in general.
Yeah.
But then when I saw the name Jackstone 5, akala ko typo eh. Hindi pala. But can you tell us a bit more about it first and foremost?
So first, we're a group of 5 kids. The movie starts with us as kids. And then we all love to play Jackstone. Jackstone. I don't know.
childhood game.
Is it the same as in America? Do they play it in the States or just here?
I'm not sure. I think here lang.
Here lang.
Yung
yung
Jackstone.
Jackstone. So.
At least it's an Asian thing.
Iba pa yung
Yeah.
Jackstone, iba pa
Not
yung
in the
Chinese
States.
Jackstone.
Oh, I don't
Iba pa
know.
yun,
Maybe
yeah.
not in the
Yeah.
States.
Iba pa yun,
Okay.
yeah. So what happened was like we saw the Jackson 5 when they shot the Rapids back then because when they had their concert in 1977, I think 1976, 1977, they went on a trip to Pagsanhan.
Okay.
So when us barkadas, we knew that they were there. So we had the glimpse of their afro hairs passing by.
Yeah.
And then we were
Yan na yung
screaming.
nakita.
Yun. And then, and of course at the time, the Jackson 5 was the group
Yeah.
during that time. So parang that's why and since we're 5 and they're also 5, so kaya ginawa yung barkada
Jackstone
namin,
5.
ginawang Jackstone 5.
Barkadang Jackstone 5.
I love
So
it.
lima kayo. So aside from the two of you, Eric and Jim, there's Joel Lamangan who's also directing the movie.
Yes.
And acting.
And acting in it
Yeah.
also. Kasama siya sa Barkada.
Yes.
And si Gardo Versosa and Arnel
Arnel
Ignacio. Paano nabuo itong Barkada nyo? This cast.
Well-
Anong kwento behind it?
Well, basically, it's the director's choice. I think Joel Lamangan has worked with us previously in
Yes.
other movies, so I think siguro pinili niya kami kasi he likes us.
Importante yun.
He likes to
Yeah,
work.
yeah.
At
working
may
with us.
tiwala, may tiwala.
Oo. Tsaka kailan nandun yung natural chemistry, I
Yes.
guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've worked with Joel in so many movies. I mean, both Jim and I, and so we're familiar with his quirks.
Yeah.
So
Jim, how would you describe yung filming process? Because it feels like there's so many bright personalities, so many great personalities, and
Yeah.
yung connection nyo definitely was there. How would you describe yung proseso nyo throughout the film?
The rapport is there. At saka mabilis ang trabaho namin.
Ah.
No lull moments.
yeah,
Talagang dire-diretso.
we don't even have a pee break. So yeah, that's how Joel works. That's how he works.
Diretso.
That's how the
Pero
bangan
us
works.
actors, we don't complain because like we finish early, we go
Oo.
early.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's good.
Iba-iba yung characters niyo eh. Iba-iba yung personality, yung
Yes.
quirks, right? Can you describe both your characters to us?
Okay, so my character is the flamboyant one.
Okay.
So I'm the
okay.
one who's always maarte. Yung feeling ko ako yung pinakamaganda.
Of course.
So parang ganun,
Yes.
parang ganun yung
Confidence.
parang the sweetest,
Yes.
Okay.
parang the purest. Ang
Okay.
tawag sila, parang ako yung busilak sa yung
Kumbaga
busilak
ikaw
sa
yung
grupo.
beauty
Oo.
queen.
Parang
Oo,
gano'n.
Miss Universe ka nung
Parang
barkada.
ganon.
She is the prettiest sa grupo.
Oo, parang gano'n.
And one of the most successful. And I'm playing Remy. Ako ang OFW na domestic helper. I'm a teacher, pero hindi siya masyadong bright. Medyo mahina ang ulo.
Actually, most of us are OFWs in the movie.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's a story that can relate to a lot of people,
Yeah.
a lot of families in the Philippines. So my character naman is a nurse. I'm a nurse abroad. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I decided I was the last one who decided to come back
Okay.
and retire back in the Philippines. And then it starts off. The movie is actually like a road trip.
It is.
Okay.
So we go back to our roots, reminiscing the past. We went to our school and all that. But along the way, we get to deal with our own problems.
Yeah.
So it's a depiction of like it's like a slice of life of like different people of a barkada, and how they deal with their lives as of the moment. Parang-
Yeah. What I like about it is that it feels very personal in a way.
Yes.
Did you find yourself using your own personal experiences in yung storytelling ninyo this time around?
Well, in a way, kasi kanya-kanya nga kami ng emotions.
Yeah.
Ang pinaka-emotional sa lahat ay yung character ko.
Oh, okay.
At
Okay.
saka yung si Arnel yung pinaka-bruha dito. She's the prettiest and the most successful. So ako yung pinaka-least successful.
Okay. Wow, so may yung spectrum talaga nandun no? When you take a look at
Yeah.
people's successes, especially sa mga barkada, ganun talaga.
Yeah. And nakita natin yung trailer yesterday, 'di ba? Parang it started off yung trailer na parang okay, comedy, tapos mamaya seryoso na pala.
We have our own problems with our families, and I think a lot of people can relate to that.
Yeah.
Yes, that's
So-
true.
And remember, lahat ng OFW, especially the gay ones, sila ang mga breadwinners.
That's true. Yeah. When what struck me most personally when just looking through the trailer and just watching it is that you can go from one end to the other in terms of tumatawa ka and then after
And
that
then
umiiyak ka,
crying,
like you
yeah.
feel like talagang may
Yeah.
kurot sa puso.
Yes.
When you go through that entire process as actors, as storytellers, just what was most important for you to stay authentic to what was happening. Kasi your characters flamboyant, very happy, but then there were also moments there where you were even regretting the return to the Philippines, kung bakit ganito sila sa Pinas. Just how important was it to be authentic as you went through all of that?
Well, like everyone, I think there's no exception. We all have our problems, but somehow we mask them with we don't show everyone our problems. However, we are very vulnerable with our friends because we're open to them.
Yeah.
And most of the time, even before you tell your problem to a family member, you always tell it to your best friend
That's true.
or your friends.
Yeah.
And the movie really is really especially right now that I'm not getting any younger. So
To be fair, no, none of us are.
yeah. So you'll notice that your friends you'll go back to your friends from before.
Yeah.
Your high
That's
school
so
friends,
true.
your childhood
Yeah.
friends, and then these are the ones who are like, even if you've gone different paths, somehow when you see each other, it's just like yesterday. Na parang kaibigan ko to, I can trust this person. So may ganun siya. So, and I think in life, when you get older, the people you can rely on are your friends and your family. So at the end of the day, yan ang magbibigay ng suporta sa iyo.
This movie is putting 5 gay men stories of friendship,
Yes.
diba? So medyo meron siyang LGBTQ plus
Yes.
angle. Why do you think that's important in Philippine cinema now?
Well, one, a lot of people can relate.
Yeah.
And if you date back way back in the 60s, my dad he started these cross-dressing
Yes, he
roles
did, yeah.
Yes.
even before RuPaul became RuPaul.
Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, and we all know that the LGBTQ family, they're the happiest.
Yes.
Even if they're surrounded with problems or laden with problems, they're the happiest. They always have nice things to say, and they're always on a positive note. So that's why I think coming up with a bond of like a friendship, and then putting the gay qualities of the happiness of being gay, parang sort of like makes it more interesting than just like a regular barkada type. So, I think it's parang lang yun parang syempre pinagsasama-sama yung mga ingredients para mas maging malasa yung
Yes.
putahe. Parang
Yes.
ganon.
Mas kompletos,
Mas kompleto.
Ricados.
Yes.
Yes.
That's the one.
Yes.
Well, given that your dad, Direk Eric, is the comedy king, of course, Dolphy,
Of course.
meron ba siyang advice na baon mo pa rin pag gumagawa ka ng mga ganitong klaseng movies?
Well, he never gave me like a real advice o itong dapat gawin or whatever, because I think we come up with our own instincts or ideas or whatever. But one thing I learned from my dad is that comedy is really the hardest thing to do.
It
Comedy
is.
is really hard to do.
Comedy is
So,
the hardest.
what my dad was doing is like whenever I direct him or whenever I'm in a scene with him, even if we have a script, he goes off script and then thinks of something that is present. Because one, it depends also on where you are, the situation, and all that. Sometimes a script, okay, you read it, maybe it might be funny, maybe not, but the moment you get to the set, it will change.
Yeah.
So it really is more of like you really have to think of what will work, and it's a trial and error.
Yeah.
And at the same
Yeah.
time, it's always give and take, because you cannot just like, it's difficult to do what the stand-up comedians are doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is difficult. But for movies, it really has to be give and take.
Yeah.
So like my dad, for example, whenever he does take one, after take one, take two is different.
Yes.
So iniiba niya because he wants to see if the people are going to laugh again. So may ganun siya. So I think if there's one thing I learned from my dad is that.
Yeah, may
And-
konting trial and error.
Yan ang one thing more. Dapat meron kang kabatuhan.
Yes. Yes.
May taga-salo, may taga-bato.
Oo.
Comedy yan
Ito,
talaga.
That's comedy.
And also, I guess it's important na may chemistry kayo nung kabatuhan
Dapat
mo.
meron.
Kasi
Oo.
it's just gonna land in the middle. Wala
Yeah.
nang wala
Yeah.
nang
Yes.
exchange, right?
Yeah, and it's so interesting because actually I want to bring up Markova nga, because we talked about yung cross-dressing and
Yeah.
we talk about how serious it could also be, and at the same time why it's important to do it right.
Yeah.
But of course I want to go to Jim also
Yes.
because when we talk about the LGBTQ community and how they're portrayed and how their relationships are portrayed, sometimes it's just so important to not one get it right and make them feel accepted at the same
Yes,
time,
yes.
but also share yung humor nila because it feels like a different dialect minsan eh. Minsan may dialect na sila eh.
Meron.
Oo.
Yes, meron. They have their own lingo.
Yeah, yeah. And it's such a I've lost track of how many times the lingo has evolved because of film, because of
Yes,
movies.
yes,
So when we talk about that sa comedy, just do you feel like you're contributing in that way to yung
Yes.
culture?
Yung bagong lingo at saka yung lumang lingo.
Oo.
Kaya magandang kombinasyon.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
I'm excited to learn more because I'm really bad at it, to be honest. So, ano.
But my follow-up question for Jim is you've portrayed many gay characters and
Yes.
you're
Yes,
openly
yes.
part of the
Yes.
community, the
Yes.
LGBTQIA
Yes.
plus community. Feel mo ba na ito yung calling mo talaga to portray who you are and what you know?
Ito ang pinakamasaya na gay role na ginanapan ko. Pinakamasaya.
really?
This
Especially
movie-
with
Okay.
these guys, with Eric, with Arnelli.
Jim is always mean in the movies. Parating yung mga parating masamang ginagawa nito. But he is a really good guy.
Oh, that's so good.
Joel Lamangan, the director, and also the one who part ng barkada, the Jackstone
Yes.
5. You've worked with him before as yung director,
As a director.
right? Now that he's also part of your barkada, how was it?
Oh, for me, it's an honor because I've known Direct Joel as a really good thespian.
Yeah.
So, working with him as a director, syempre, nung una, natatakot ako. So, lalo na pag late ka. Hoy, late ka!
Bawal ang late.
Bawal ang late.
It's a no-no.
But the moment you get his, yung niya, kiliti niya, simple naman si Direct Joel eh. Give him what he wants. Pag sinabi niya, itong mangyayari, Eric, ganito, ganyan. If you give him what he wants, and then he'll trust you. And the moment he trusts you, iba na yun. Iba na yung magiging relationship mo. And it's good to have it's nice to have like a good relationship with your director.
Yeah.
And then working with him as an actor is a joy because he's so smart.
Yun nga.
And he
It's
just
a
like
totally
throws,
different
he throws
experience.
all these
Yeah.
like mga one-liners and kailangan sabayan mo siya.
Of course. Dapat musika mag-improvise.
Yeah. Was there a lot of improv during the
A lot.
A lot.
Oh, I bet. Parang feeling ko.
A lot. So we have a script. May script kami. Pag niya, basta gusto ko, parang natural lang to, barkada, sagutan tayo, mga ganyan. So, pagka nagsagutan na ng gano'n, humahaba siya, nanganganak yung eksena, imbis na mo 1 minute lang, nagiging mga 3 minutes. So, puro
Saya.
puro ad-lib.
Sabi nga niya, ayan ang eksena, ito ang script. Pagkatapos yan, bahala na kayo. Ay, syempre, kailangan tayo mag-improvise.
Para feeling ko talk points lang yung script tapos okay,
Parang ganon.
bahala na
Actually,
kayo.
ganon ang nangyayari. As long as yung talagang nung particular sequence, kailangan na doon yung train of thought. Yung pinag-uusapan.
Are there any scenes in particular na that mahirap talaga i-film because tawa lang kayo ng tawa? Na tumagal yung araw
Ang saya.
ninyo because you weren't able to get past a certain scene?
One of my favorites, yung tumawag ka, yung may patay. Na kailangan maglalaki-lalakihan kami lahat. Kayo mga boses namin, piniplace
Pare.
namin kung paano. Pare.
Ilang years kayo?
Pare.
6 years kami.
Ginagalang mo paano
Biglang tumawag ako, naka-video call.
Nagtilian.
Hoy, mga bakla! So, yung mga tao
Nakakatuwa that eksena.
Oh my God. Sige, we'll look out for that. We'll look out for that.
Yeah. Meron bang particular experience that happened behind the scenes na you found really unforgettable?
Ay, naku, napakarami. Hindi matigil ang mga bunganga ng mga baklang characters.
Of course.
Hindi ko alam kung kailan hihinto.
Kahit off the air?
Yes.
I mean, off cam?
Off-cam, no. But ang maganda lang kasi off-cam, I think we found like we really bonded as friends. Kasi well, of course si Direk kasi busy siya,
Nag-iisip.
hirap na hirap siya
As an
habang
actor.
mga ganun siya, at
Nasa
sumaarte
director.
siya. Pero kami kasi, parang nakaupo lang kami doon, nagkikwentuhan kami. So, I mean si Jim matagal ko nang nakakasama
Of
si Jim.
course.
But with Gardo and Arnelli, first time ko sila talaga,
Oh, okay.
na-direct ko na si
Gardo.
Si Gardo, pero si Arnelli hindi pa mga live shows lang. But
First
Yeah.
time ko kay Arnel.
first time mo kayo
Napakagaling.
Na makasama sa
Ang
pelikula.
husay.
Very
Ang
witty.
husay.
Very witty.
Very smart.
Oh, wow.
You need to listen. You need to listen. Kundi hindi ka makasagot.
So, isa yan sa mga na-discover mo
Yes.
about your castmates.
Tapos si Gardo naman, ang ingay.
Siya ang may pinakamalakas na boses.
Seryoso ba?
Pagka nag-uusap kami,
Pinakamataas.
bigla na lang may titilang, ay!
Napapatingin niya. Ang taas ang boses mo.
Napapatingin kami talaga.
Napapatingin ako.
Di ba, ang taas ng
Napapatingin ako.
Ang taas ng
boses mo.
boses ni Gardo.
I would think si Arnel Ignacio yung
Si
pinakamaingay.
Gardo.
No, si Gardo. At pag lumundag, ang taas mo lumundag. Ang taas lumundag. My God.
Hindi, si Gardo is an edge worker. So, as in parating, ito yung bigay siya talaga.
Yeah.
Nothing at halves, of course. When the audience watches Jackstone 5, what do you think they're gonna come home with?
Oh, they'll just, it's a feel-good movie.
Yeah.
is.
When you come out, you'll just laugh, and then you'll be able to relate because, like I said, it's like the stories of 5 different people. So, sa 5 na yon, definitely,
They can relate.
isang Pinoy makaka-relate.
They can relate.
So it's a feel-good movie pero dramedy siya. So
Yes.
there's laughter and there's
Yes.
also kumbaga parang
Mga tear-jerking
iyakan,
moments,
di ba?
oo.
Ano yung mga pagsubok na dinaanan ng mga characters nyo na dapat naming abangan sa movie na to?
Kasali yun sa pelikula.
Yeah, well, in Jim's case, it's really more about him and then your
May partner, ex-partner.
and your ex-partner. Oo.
Sasabihin ko
Oh,
ba?
love
Sabihin na ba
problem ba ito?
Hindi, baka spoiler yan.
Kanya, family problem.
Basta si Jim, yung character ni Jim, at saka sa isa sa amin, sa grupo, jowa niya.
May
So,
nakaraan.
hulaan nyo na lang kung sino.
May nakaraan.
Oh my gosh, I'm so curious.
Na nagkabalikan sila.
Yeah.
And then, andun kami lahat para tulungan si Jim. And then, what's the question again?
Yung challenges, yung mga
challenges.
ng character nyo na abangan namin.
In my case, it was easy. Of course, whenever you do a role, it's always challenging kasi it depends on how you're gonna tackle it. Pero
Yeah.
somehow, in my case, it was easier because I had to deal with family.
Yes.
Yung
So,
character
yung character
mo,
ko. I had to deal
family
with
problems naman.
With family
Okay,
problems.
okay.
Kasi ipapadala ko ng pera parate, in-expect ko maganda yung bahay namin, and may TV, may ano. Pero,
kaya doon sa trailer may hinahanap ka.
Yeah.
Nasaan yung ano?
So hindi siya spoiler sa trailer na
nasa
eh.
trailer
nasa
yun.
trailer, yes.
So pagdating
yes,
ko sa
yes.
bahay, parang, asan yung mga perang binigay ko? So parang, yung pinaghirapan mo, nagtatrabaho ka para mabigyan sila ng magandang buhay, but somehow, hindi nila, kumbaga parang binaliwala nila. So, a lot of Filipinos can relate to that particular
Yes.
that story.
Siya ang pinakamaganda, pinakamalakas kumita. Siya ang blessed and gifted sa grupo. Silang dalawa ni Arnel, kaya meron silang contest.
Yeah.
So parang
okay,
merong
let's watch out for
rivalry
that.
nangyayaring
Meron.
slide.
Oo.
Okay.
Pati
Meron
sa
silang
pati
ganyan.
doon sa mga eksena doon, may mga may part doon na pinag-aawgawan namin yung isang boylet.
Isang boylet.
Oh, okay.
Pero hindi sa amin napunta naman sa ibang
Sa iba.
character.
So good.
May mga ganun siya.
You know,
Masaya, I'm telling you.
we still have a bit of time here. I want to ask personally kasi when you work with such talented individuals, minsan nakakasapawan, minsan it's harder to shine, but it feels like yung chemistry ninyo, you didn't have that much problem with that. Everyone had their own moment to shine. So I guess my question is that what did you learn from working with 4 other incredibly talented comedians, actors? Because you mentioned a while ago, first time working with a few, and you're
yes.
again bedfellows with more talented people that you've worked with in the past.
Yes. Bigayan.
Oo.
At saka pakiramdaman.
Yes.
As an actor, dapat meron kang pakiramdam.
As an actor,
And sensitive. Sensitivity dapat.
a good actor is a good listener.
Good listener.
You have to listen to what's going on, what your mga ka-eksena is saying.
Yeah. Yes.
Kasi importante yun eh. Because if you listen, you know what, one, of course, you know what's going on. And then two, you can react.
Yung give and take nandun talaga.
Yes.
All right.
Please do invite our viewers to come and see Jackstone 5.
So, sa lahat ng mga nanonood, so December 3 na po ang Jackstone 5. Of course, in cinemas nationwide. So, promise po, uuwi kayo na with a smile on your face.
Kailangan kasama nila yung barkada nila when they watch this.
Yes.
Lalo na kung 5 sila sa barkada. Diba?
We're gonna have more Jackstone 5s after they watch it. And of
Yes.
course, thank you so much. We're expecting smiles from the audience. You brought a smile to our day. So maraming salamat. Really appreciate the both of you. And we normally end our interviews here in a special way.
Yes, a particular final question for our guests. Our show is called Beautiful Day. So what makes your day beautiful? Let's start with Jim.
With you guys, it's a beautiful day.
Thank you so much.
Sip-sip naman to.
Aba, pareho silang maganda. Tingnan, pareho pa mahusay.
Oo naman.
How can you fail?
Of
So
course.
it's a beautiful day.
Thank you,
Nakapag-promote pa
Jim.
tayo.
Hi.
And please do watch.
We will,
The two of you,
definitely.
Please. And please spread the word.
Of course. Yeah, that's
Sa
why we're
dilim
here.
ng Pilipinas ngayon, kailangan natin masaya.
Oo,
Exactly.
that is so true. This is
Tama.
exactly what we
Yes,
need.
yes, yes.
Direct Eric, what makes
So
your...
me kasi I'm a morning person, so I usually start my day with a stretch, and then a little prayer, and then I do my ritual. I have this thing that I do. I mix a whole lemon and apple cider,
Okay.
and then that's what I take first thing in the morning, and it does wonders for your body, believe me. And then I have coffee, and then I work out and start my day. So
Oh, that's perfect.
Wow, that's a perfect
the
routine.
great routine.
Gagayahin ko yan, Direct Eric.
it's really good.
Lemon and apple
Lemon and
cider.
apple cider.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, veteran actors Eric Quizon and Jim Pebanco. Again, catch Jackstone 5 coming very, very soon. Now, when we return, we're going to take a look at the global weather on Weather HQ after the break.
Plus, our horoscope of the day with Master Hans Kua. So don't go away. Beautiful day. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to Watching Beautiful Day. This is Weather HQ. Now, Germany is experiencing an unusually early start to winter with frost and snowfall already affecting parts of the country. Germany is seeing an unusually early winter with frost and snowfall settling as a polar air outbreak pushes temperatures below freezing. Weather expert Carsten Brandt says that the Talat low-pressure system is driving a true Arctic blast, making conditions much colder than usual for mid-November. The cold snap is expected to hold throughout the month with only a brief warm-up possible early next week. But Brandt warns that frost and snow could quickly return, with models showing winter-like weather persisting into late November and early December. Germany may be in for a chilly transition into the final weeks of the year. Now, some global weather, moving on to different part of Europe. A cold snap brought snow and ice to parts of the United Kingdom on Wednesday, November 19, prompting fresh weather warnings. Over in Scotland, snow-blanketed hills and fields, while walkers in North Wales brave sub-zero temperatures on snow-covered paths. In Northern Ireland, snow flurries swirled around wind turbines as winter conditions set in. The UK Met Office has issued new yellow warnings for snow and ice for parts of England and all of Northern Ireland for Thursday. An amber warning is also in place for parts of Northern England where heavier snowfall is possible. The public is advised to prepare for slippery roads and potential travel disruptions as the cold snap continues. That's it for the global weather here on Weather HQ at the moment. And back to you.
Thank you, Pao. Now, is today going to be a lucky day for us or not? Let's go find out from our resident energizer and feng shui master, Hans Kua, in our horoscope of the day. Take it away, Master Hans.
Good morning! Beautiful day with me, Bilyonaryo News Channel. Ito po ang horoscope ngayong araw ng Thursday, November 20. Simulan natin sa mga pinanganak ng Year of the Rat. Iwasan ang magdesisyon ng padalos-dalos sa project na may deadline. Orange at 8. Ox na tayo, may delayed na payment na darating ngayong araw. Gold at 1. Kay Tiger naman tayo, hindi sapat ang pasensya lang. Kailangan mo ring ipakita na willing kang magbago. Purple at 6. Rabbit na tayo, minom tayo ng mas maraming tubig lalo na kung lagi kang nasa aircon. White at 5. Dragon tayo, iwasan ang mga unnecessary online spending. Holiday sales kasi ay coming. Teal at 4. Kay Snake naman tayo, may parating na surprise feedback mula kay boss. Gamitin itong motivation. Gray at 2. Horse na tayo, may konting tampuhan pero madaling maayos kung open kayo sa isa't isa. Silver at 9. Kay Ship naman tayo, may recognition na darating mula sa boss sa taas. Deserve mo ito. Green at 7. Kay Monkey naman tayo, may good news na konektado sa investment. Tuloy-tuloy mo lang. Blue at 3. Kay Rooster naman tayo, iwasan ang overcommitment. Baka magsabay-sabay kasi ang deadline mo. Pink at 6. Kay Dog naman tayo, kung may old flame na nagpaparamdam, mag-ingat, baka hindi rin siya seryoso. Violet at 1. Kay Pig naman tayo, time to update your financial goals bago matapos ang taon na to. Brown at 2. Paalala lang, ito po'y patnubay lamang dahil ang tunay na swerte ay nagsisimula sa pagiging totoo. Abangan araw-araw ang horoscope of the day dito lang po sa Beautiful Day with me, Master Hans Kua.
Thank you, as always, Master Hans Kua. So may recognition daw akong matatanggap. Sana may kasama rin yung budget insertion.
Baka yung recognition na kilala ka lang. They
Recognition
recognize you.
Award?
Oo.
Certificate of Recognition? Ano ba yun?
Pwede mga ganun, oo. Or nakilala ka lang.
But
Parang
thank
ganun.
you for recognizing me. Pwede rin may monetary award. Pwede rin yon. We're saying hi to GVO on Facebook. Benjo Almario Jr. is also there. Margarita Bose and John Victor, as always, watching on YouTube.
Yes, sir.
Blast TV and Digital TV. Good morning to all of you, says John Victor. Good morning, John Victor.
Good morning.
Chiquito on YouTube. Our comment sections are still open. BNCPHL, if you have any questions for Coach V, because she is coming up. Ring, ring. Hello?
Yes, sir.
Heartache, confused, or just curious? Next on Beautiful Day, callers with their love queries are lining up for Coach V on Love Hacks when Beautiful Day returns after a short break. Hi there, welcome back to Beautiful Day. Nothing hits harder than a love query that cuts close to the bone.
Aray.
Today, our beautiful callers are spilling their juiciest tea, diving into the details and opening up right here on Love Hacks.
Love hacks, we got you. No need
day to you, Coach V. Kailangan meron tayong
Yes.
dancing session.
Of course,
When they
beautiful
open
day, everybody. Beautiful day, Ann and Pao.
Alam mo yung Coach V, yung V sa Coach V viral eh.
I
That's what it
know.
means because there was such a stir after our last episode of Love Hacks, and we talked about the issue between Derek Ramsey and Adarna, and of course there was also a personal message that
Yeah.
was sent to you as well, and a lot of people have been wondering more and more about it. So is there any other revelation that, or at least understanding now that we had that time to process
Yeah.
the past few days, that you discovered rather, or you feel like, based on the conversations that have been happening since that last episode?
Right. Well, that was unexpected.
Yeah.
I was surprised how our netizens would react to it, but I feel like the reason why it went really viral is because a lot of people could relate to the story, wherein you've had so many relationships which is supposedly built in love, but somewhere along that relationship, kapag tumatagal na, no, in some relationships, like cussing is becoming normalized. And so when I
Yeah.
made that video saying that a man who truly respects you sees you as a mother of the child, and I know they're not supposed to do that. That shouldn't be normalized. And so women was like, some of them were saying, I've been in a relationship for 30 years, never have been cussed by my husband, while some people say, you know what, like the moment that namura ko ng partner ko, I've already left them, because again, it tells you level of trust.
Pero alam mo, Coach V, I was looking at yung mga comments sa Facebook and
Madaming
also sa
comments yun.
post natin. There were women saying na they will not accept this kind of treatment from their
Absolutely.
partners. Pero meron din actually yung mga nagsasabing, normal lang to sa aming mag-asawa. We've been married for a long time, and
Yeah.
and ganun talaga, and it's nothing to them.
Alright.
Diba? So parang different views yung makikita mo from the netizens. There was actually this, I wanted to mention this to you because there was this woman who commented there na ay, red flag na pala yun kasi sinabihan ako ng asawa ko ng shut the F up.
Yes.
So, tapos sabi niya, red flag na pala. But she had smiley faces
I know.
on her comment section. And in my head, like, that is not something to smile about.
Absolutely. So, Anne, I love that you brought this up, because that's what really scares me. Since we don't have people talking about this out in the open, we tend to feel that it's normal, but it's
Oo.
never normal for somebody to cuss at your face, even if that's a joke. Because by the end of the day, like, relationships should be rooted in respect. And I
Yeah.
understand there are relationships that are like friends.
Yeah.
But my loves, like the cussing should be reserved for your kaaway, not for the love of your life. And so how the netizens reacted, again, I was surprised, but I thought that it was a good point for conversation, wherein especially if transparency wasn't there. It's so easy to say that I did not do it. I did not do that to my wife or to my husband, but my gosh, kapag may resibo ang partner mo, and women loves to keep resibo. So be very careful, my loves, because
saka,
receipt comes out,
Yeah.
na?
I mean,
The guy was saying, hindi, okay lang to sa aming dalawa. But the partner, si Ellen, was saying otherwise, na parang it's
If-
not acceptable.
if there's a disconnect, you gotta find that
Yeah.
connection to at
Diba?
least address it at the very least.
Yes.
All right, so we can talk about that for literally an hour, but we actually have someone on the line right here with her own question for Coach V. We have Annika on the line coming in all the way from Pasig. Annika, are you there?
Yes, good morning po.
Hey,
Good morning,
Annika.
Annika.
Good morning, and thank you for calling Love Hacks on beautiful day. So what's your question for Coach V?
For Coach V, parang I've had a lot of experiences kasi that first, super interested sa akin yung guy. Ma-meet ko somewhere or online, ganyan. But somewhere along the way, parang, what happened? Hello? Hello, are you okay?
Oo.
So minsan iniisip ko, is there something wrong with me? Parang ganun.
All right. Thank you, Annika, for sharing that. So I guess the dilemma here is it feels like the guy is interested, but they're not actively pursuing you. Is that correct?
Yes. that's
Okay.
correct.
So Annika, let me just briefly ask you, what made you say that the guy is interested? What are the signs na ginagawa? What are the efforts that they're doing?
Mostly, parang a couple of dates. phone
Couple
calls.
of dates.
Okay, a couple of
Yeah.
dates and
Constant chatting,
constant
constant
chatting.
messaging, ganon. And then, parang, okay, so ito na lang yun. Parang ganon.
Okay, so you feel that they're interested because they're asking you on dates and they continuously communicate with you.
Oo. But then, hindi naman siya, parang kasi siya at some point in time, you'll think na, dapat at this, nagpo-progress siya.
Yeah.
But then, hanggang sa mag-fade away na lang siya. So, ayoko na din kasi napapagod na ako.
Alright.
Oo
So,
nga
so you
naman.
feel that it's not progressing? So date lang kayo
Yes.
ng date but walang future plans?
Yes.
And you said that these are guys. That means this is not just one. This is a common pattern with your dates.
Yes.
Oh, that's super interesting because a lot of people would say, "Oh, they asked me on a date. They already like me." Actually, that is a misconception.
Okay.
Okay.
Because being asked on a date doesn't signal long-term interest. Why? What is the purpose of dating?
To discover.
To get to know the person
Oo.
better.
Yeah.
And so, when you go on a date, it's either a make it or a break it. Diba? You can either really, really like them. And my love, Anika, usually we've seen that when a guy is really, really into you, it taps into their part of their biology, which is they pursue.
Yeah.
They would want to see you again. They already scheduled the second date and they talk about plans.
Okay.
So is that something? Was there anybody who said na, "Oh, I wanna do this with you. We're gonna do this together," and then they don't come through. They don't
Yeah.
follow through, or
Yes.
hindi talaga sila nagsasabi.
There's this one guy who would say, the next time, let's do this, and ganyan. Then, eto yung maganda gawin. Blah. But then, hindi siya nag-materialize. So, after the third month of talking, iniwanan ko na lang.
Grabe, third
Sayang
month of
time eh.
Oo, sayang yung
Yeah, but you
time.
stayed for 3 months. That's still a long time, right? Of waiting and being uncertain.
So,
Okay.
Anika, do you think that the block is with them or is it with you? Because sometimes, us naman girls, we feel like, hindi ako, that's actually shown in one research study, no? Ang mga babae daw, even if gusto na tayo, we feel like, hindi tayo gusto niyan. While the guys, kahit hindi mo naman sila gusto, ang ilan sa kanila, feeling nila gusto mo na sila. So, may mga ganong, that we have to be very careful about. So, Anika, are you the type of person who says yes whenever they ask you out, or are you the type of person na parang playing hard to get a little bit? What is like your response whenever they ask you out?
I'll check my schedule.
Yun. Yan tayo. I'll check my schedule.
Tama naman.
Busy ka
You
ba,
will
Anika?
check your schedule.
Kasi talaga pwede na always kang available.
Exactly,
I
girl.
still have to check my schedule.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So after I'll check my schedule, what happens after that? Because you know what, my love, it's a good thing if you are dating a confident man. He will be like, okay, no problem. But if you are dating men who are not very confident, they will take it as a sign of rejection.
Oh.
Okay.
Yes. So how soon do you get back to them when you tell them I'll check my schedule? Does it take you a week to get back to them?
Ano naman?
Mga
No naman,
Usually
mga-
on the same day because I
Same day.
sa art.
Okay.
I really
Importante
have
yun.
to check my schedule and then I'll
I
give
love
okay
this.
ito yung I'll be available on this date and time. Kasi na-clear ko na yung schedule ko. Literally, chinek ko talaga. Hindi yun arte.
Hindi yun art, totoo yun.
Yeah,
Okay.
Oo, totoo yun.
So how do they respond with that? Do they respond positively or nag-zine zone na lang sila after you check your schedule? What happens after that?
Nagre-respond naman. Tapos, yun nga, you will go out on a couple of dates. Tapos makikita mo,
Couple of
parang,
dates,
okay,
and then-
hanggang ganito na lang to. So, ayoko na.
Anika, is there a common theme wherein the dates suddenly stop happening? Like, that you can see? Like, once you get to a certain point, bilang tumitigil?
Oo, hanggang
Oo.
number of what date ka?
Yeah, like,
Two.
what would that be? After 2
days.
dates, after 2 dates, wala na, typically.
And then after that, you still wait for something to happen?
No, kasi if after the second date, they will not talk to me na or hindi na siya. Okay, alam ko na yun na. Okay, we're not meant to be. Pero
Okay.
there are cases also that after 1 to 2 dates, then we nagko-communicate pa din kami. Obviously, naglalandian kayo, di ba? And then, okay, hanggang long distance relationship, OFW.
Okay. So,
Di ba parang, it just feels like they're stringing you along.
So may textual connection pero walang physical or like you don't really meet.
yes, I feel like naiinip na din siya, si Anika. So, Anika, if there's an average of second date, let me share with you this. Dr. Raj Persod, sabi niya, all relationships go through this. And there are types of people wherein, number one, magaling sa dating, hindi magaling mag-maintain ng relationship. While others, magaling mag-maintain ng relationship pero hindi magaling sa dating. So what happens kapag hindi ka magaling sa dating? You go on first dates, second dates, and then wala na. Because they are the ones who are probably good in relationships but are not good in maintaining interest. Sometimes kasi ganun attraction, ang lakas. So you wanna go out on a date. Pero pag nasa date na, that's where the polarity or the tension is not there. So my love, what type of men are you dating? Are you dating men who are more masculine than you, o baka naman ikaw pa ang masculine energy doon? Did you feel that?
Lately naman nagpapaka-feminine pa.
Nagpapaka-feminine ka. Yes, my love, because go ahead.
Pero in the past kasi, parang ako yung nagiging masculine or I'm wearing the pants, something like that. But when I've been to dating for like siguro mga for the past months or ever since this year started, I made sure that I am the feminine one.
Well,
Yes.
Anika, just a follow-up question because baka it might be a background thing also. As the more that they discover about you, siguro na-intimidate sila. If you don't mind us asking, do you feel na from siguro financial perspective na mas may kaya ka compared to the guys you're dating?
There are most cases po.
Most cases, ganun.
Well,
That's a very good point, Pao. So it still affects the masculine feminine polarity. Ibig sabihin, hindi talaga nila mafe-feel na hindi sila motivated to pursue you because if they feel intimidated to begin with, they're gonna look for somebody who's easier to please. Baka nakikita nila sa mukha mo na hindi ka masyado napi-please kung saan ka nila dinadala.
Madali naman ako.
yeah, but
You're easy to please naman. My love,
Easy to please, yes.
oh, my love, I don't think this is on you. How many dates have you been generally? How many dates have?
For this year alone, parang mga 4. Kasi after a while, talaga nagpapahinga ako dahil nakakapagod silang
4
intimidate.
dates, that's
No,
so
but
bad.
they've been talking for months rin eh.
Oh, my love. I think the way to move forward is this. Entertain fast and then reject fast. Huwag kang tumambay pag nakita mong hindi nagpa-pursue sa'yo. Because 4 dates is nothing if you're finding the love of your life. You have to kiss a little bit more frogs, Anika. Not literally, ha? Get to know
Yes.
people because 4 dates, I remember my best friend, sabi niya, if there are clients complaining to you na hindi pa na-meet yung the one nila, sabi niya, I've personally been on 50 dates before I've met the love of my life. And so, Anika, medyo malayo ka pa. So, huwag ka lang mag-hold on ng matagal kapag hindi ka pinupursue because your energy goes to the wrong person instead of you getting ready for your next date. Who might be mas compatible sa'yo and your energy.
Okay.
Okay, my love.
Pagod na ako mag-online dating. Ano yun?
Well,
Dating app.
kapag pagod na sa online dating, marami pang ibang paraan.
Yeah, there are a lot of ways to get to meet people, right?
I think what we're trying to lead into here is, Coach V, i-plug mo na yung services mo.
Alam ko si Pao talaga ang mag-i-intro. Hinintay ko si Pao doon.
Because Anika, if you want to avail of Coach V's services, all you have to do is reach out to
Dating Coach V. But Anika, seriously, my love, dating app is just one. It should not be the life of single people. Now more than ever, we're seeing people craving for in-person interaction. So you start by looking up a lot of events such as like Meetup or Facebook events wherein you'll be able to see where do real people show up. And of course, as Pao suggested, Singles Events Manila, we do events all the time. Alright? And my love, wag na kumapit pag nakita mong hindi ka na pinupursue, don't push
Yeah.
for it because maybe they
Yeah.
don't have that pursuing masculine energy that's fit for you.
Or they're not interested. That's it. Plain and simple. And you just have to accept that and move on.
Correct.
Yeah. But
Very
thank you for your story and thank you for your time, Annika. We hope
Yes,
that
thank you.
the advice is going to help you somehow and improve your love life. Good luck to
Filter
you,
better.
Annika. Thanks for calling.
Yes, thank you
Thank
po.
you.
Okay,
Bye-bye.
bye.
I love
There
that.
you
That
go.
was really fun. Annika, thank you again. And Coach
So
P,
first time natin magka-caller.
We're still waiting for a walk-in sa studio. And this is also open to all of our pros. Actually, I forgot to ask nga if Annika works with us here sa BNC.
No,
Baka mamaya-
she's
no,
not.
she's just not.
She
Yeah,
doesn't.
she's one
She's
of-
really like a real caller.
Yeah,
No,
she's
because
one of our
Yeah.
followers on Instagram.
Yeah, because I
Yeah.
believe a few episodes ago, we actually had a
A question
prod
from
member
someone.
from
on the prod.
But again, yes,
thank you,
really
Coach
happy
V.
about that. Thank you, Coach V.
Yes,
Yeah.
you're welcome. And thank you also. I mean, it's nice that the three of us are like all chiming in
Yeah.
because like everybody like perspectives in love is very important. Different perspectives.
Absolutely. And of course, Coach V, thank you again. And marketing budget, kasama dapat to. We're also still counting down the days before Christmas. I needed marketing budget kasi 35! 35 beautiful
35.
days till Christmas left. My goodness. That's a wrap on our show this Thursday, November 20. Thank you so much for joining us. Ako po si Paolo del Rosario. Remember, keep it cool and take it easy.
And I'm Anna Asis-Carilo. Have a great day ahead and always remember to choose joy and spread love and kindness wherever this day takes you. See you again tomorrow, 7 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. only here on
Beautiful Day.